Welcome along, everyone, to the Belgian Grand Prix. This is potentially the best race circuit on the calendar, probably the best race circuit on the actual game as well. It is time for round 10 out of 16, and of course, as we said, this is the shortest season in ALR history, and we're already getting into the business end of the World Championship. Anyway, goodness gracious me, it feels very odd to be saying that when we're only 10 rounds in, but that is a fact at the moment, and as we are here for the Belgian Grand Prix, then, of course, as I said, then the best race circuit in the world. That a lot of you are probably feeling probably a bit dreary-eyed and got a bit of fat eyes. I certainly got a bit of fat eyes, to be fair, and I must say I got big old bags under mine as well, almost as big as my shopping bags when I go to Tesco's. But today is the scene of the round 10 of the championship. Then what an Australian Grand Prix we had! That was fantastic, wasn't it? And I am so glad. To be honest, I'm very happy as well, because I think that I think I lasted all the way through till like 7 o'clock this morning, or 8 o'clock, or whatever it finished. Because even though sadly F2 decided to didn't go ahead today, but great to see F3 went ahead as well. It's fantastic stuff. Let's go through the drivers and the constructors, shall we? Because of course that's what we're here for, isn't it? We're not here to talk about real F1. Well, let's be honest, I am anyway. Right, on with the show, shall we? Of course, the standings looks like this, and too good to miss. It is, of course. Soundswift Ninja got a 45-point lead then, with only 6 races to go in the championship. Immortal is second at the moment on 113. Menace is in third position on 97 points then. We've got 1 point difference between Menace and Toy Coin, and then 2 points back is Lucas Persia. A bit of a renaissance up until last week there, where of course Lucas Persia was probably a bit unhappy that the Hungarian Grand Prix came off the mystery wheel. Then we got Troy on 73 then. Troy unfortunately has dropped off a bit. Troy has 2 wins this season, Troy has, but sadly his consistency has been missing. Indigo in 7th position on 51 points, so 31 points for Brabbit, then 30 points for Keza, 28 for Legends, Equals on 21, 18 for Chapper, 16 for Kaz, then we have Nikandish then on 14, 11 points for Cam, 10 for Nolsey, 6 for Coop, who makes the 6th Grand Prix start today. Happy 60th for Coop. Mumford on 5, Markey on 4, and Chaza on 1 point then. At the moment, of course, that could all change. Chaza then is only just returned to Grand Prix racing. Yellow flags out there already, but we'll ignore that for the minute because it's probably George just getting out of the way into the bus stop chicane. Constructors, Ferrari and Kick Sauber are all level at the top of the constructors at the moment. It's looking very good indeed, isn't it, the constructors? My goodness me, very competitive indeed then. But what can Cam get himself into the mix? I feel that Cam is going to be a major factor in the outcome of this constructors championship. And potentially Troy, Troy and Toy Coin will be as well, and Sam Swift, because they're all drawing for the teams, but all square. Alpine in third position on 34 points then for Alpine, then 35 points away from the two leaders, and 104 points for Mercedes, 99 for Haas, 1 point away from the magical 100, 79 points for the RB team, then 44 for Red Bull Racing, 37 for McLaren, 28 for Williams and Aston Martin, only on 20 points, but that's because that every race since round number 3 in Japan, they've always had a reserve driver, and haven't they? So that's probably not helped their cause whatsoever then, but that is none of my business. Constructors Championship, then Kick Sauber leads on 50 points, and Kick Sauber got such a strong group of drivers in this season, season 12 of ALR, and they've really shown it now. Alpine are second then on 407 points, and Aston Martin have moved themselves up to third then in front of the Red Bull team, who are only 7 points adrift, but Haas massive 75 points away from the top 4 now, sadly. McLaren 28 points further back then, but Ferrari and McLaren very much even Stevens. So we got a driver coming out of the pits, and everyone's out of the pits, thank goodness me. That's not ideal for me. And then we have got 8th position is the Williams team on 221 points, 170 for Mercedes, and 167 for the RB team then, which luckily next year will be renamed to the Racing Bulls, which is such a better name, isn't it? I gotta say, I keep saying it, but RB, one of the worst names that you can ever have in Grand Prix history, in my personal opinion. Of course, we've had abbreviation names in F1 before, haven't we? Of course, AGS, you also had ATS as well. Then, of course, names that just come right up to the top of me memory. Then we've also got BAR, British American Racing, which is a part of the British American Tobacco Company, I believe, or something like that, back in 1999. Yeah, and all them good stuff as well. But so yeah, abbreviation names can help sometimes, but I do feel they are be absolute rubbish name, wasn't it, really? And sadly, I'd drive for them in bronze, which is not ideal. I'm also on fast at the moment in Nick Candish currently. Oh, I'm also taking the Michael Schumacher line there from 1995. Of course, there's Immortal currently fast at the moment. Kez has gone second fastest, just a whisker in front of his teammate then. Toy Coin in third position, and Kaz Van Von then in fifth position. But Kaz there representing the Aston Martin brand quite nice indeed, but sadly Markey has been nowhere to be seen for quite a number of races now. I think it's his 4th or 5th race that he's missing, and that's why Aston Martin are rooted at the bottom. Morris in 6th position, and I think that he's going to go up and bite the cherry now. Happy 60th Grand Prix start for Coupe tonight, then good 17th for the McLaren team. Kaz currently 9th fastest, and of course I think the Aston Martin team would be hoping that Kaz gets a bit further up there. Chappers and Percy then have got a good pace there for 6th and 7th position on the championship leader, as Menace Max has slotted himself in, and just a whisker in front there by 600ths of a second there in front of Percy. Samsung from Ninja currently 5th fastest at the moment, but a track evolution around here could be quite a sky high. Lights out and away we spin, says Alexander. Equal said ALR as well. Then of course he did have a hashtag there, but I decided to add it in there for rhythm and effect and all that kind of stuff. Here's Legend then, one of my drivers of the season. Percy's been brilliant, hasn't he? And of course, if you drive the RB, then of course you're always going to get driver of the season for me, because it's such a rubbish name. Out the final turn then, and coming over the grid hatches as well for Legends, that goes into 9th fastest, a whisker in front of the former silver champion Brabbit, who Brabbit in the McLaren Mercedes, and having a decent time so far then, Brabbit is the season, as we just got Troy going 15th fast, and then Pease, who's becoming a bit of the Super Sub for the Aston Martin. We're going to have to rename him to Nico Hulkenberg, aren't we? As we're just going to stick with Mumford for the minute then, and actually no, we're going to stick with Knowlesy out the final turn then. Knowlesy across the line, a good strong season for Knowlesy, but that's a okay time so far. No knockout qualifying this season for ALR Formula 1, whether that comes back or not next season, well, remains to be seen there. And Pease has gone off and had a skirmish somewhere, and that's a bit unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver. On board with Chazza, hasn't finished in the top 10 yet. Chazza isn't, of course, a former pole sitter in this career in ALR, but he is far from his best at the moment. Chazza is of course, multiple podium sitter as well, but as you said, as we said though, of course, this championship just absolutely just moves so quickly, doesn't it? Remember Boxtel, who was challenging for the championship in season 10, and of course sadly season 11 and 12, and has really just been a horror show, hasn't it, for Boxtel, and he has bowed out of the championship now, sadly, for you Boxtel fans out there. Across the line then, coming into last source then, so currently at the moment Immortal is the fastest qualifier out there. Of course Immortal is a pretty quick customer on one lap speed. He certainly is indeed then. 5 pole positions so far this season, Of course, and he had pole position last summer in Hungary as well, and also in Spain and the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, Portugal, and Saudi Arabia as well, and China. Goodness gracious me! So yes, a lot of pole positions there for Malta. Only one Grand Prix win so far, but he has had 4 podiums so far this season. Just watching Mumford, sadly, in the bottom 3 of the World Championship. Could be but down to silver next season then. But hats off, though, by the way, because it's really sticking at it. A lot of drivers don't stick at it if they're not having a good season. So really good stuff indeed there from Mumford, and I must say that's more impressive than drivers that are having a good season, really, because it's much more harder to get yourself up and going when you're having a bit of a horror show of a season. I should know. So sometimes I do feel like, oh, what's the point? However, I don't want to give Serge Mushroom all the credit, but I must say, since Mushroom has given me some setups in the last 2 races, then I have really changed my form around. Maybe it is all about the setups potentially, but I'm going to say that a bit quietly. Sam Swift Ninja currently fast at the moment. Of course, the championship cannot be won today, but with Sam Swift Ninja's potential form this season, he's won 1/3 of the races so far this season. So in 9 Grand Prix starts, Sam Swift and Ninja has won 3 of them, and has been on the podium 7 out of 9 times for the double world champion, aiming to become the first ever triple world champion in ALR history. Mumford a great time with 10th position on the grid then. Molto is back out there now, as is Kaz, and flying past me in the Aston Martin. Almost took my moustache off then. Joke, I don't have a moustache then. Coop, as in Soup then, is on an in lap there. Chazza then is also crawling to a halt then. Here's the second kick Sauber there. I'm looking for a Molto. There is a Molto then as he comes up to the top of Lake Carm as well. Look at 400 of a second separates a Molto and Sam Swift Ninja. Of course, oh goodness me! There was a bit of a brake marker board then got destroyed there as just coming out of Lake Garden. Then I would say that Immortal that he has, of course, World Championship credentials. He did win the 100% as locking up the inside tyre. Unfortunately, they've come through the corner with no data. There's a bit of gravel on the outside there now as well. Of course, we do love a bit of gravel as it really hurts the drivers that makes mistakes. Then on the course in ALR Formula 1, then we do of course have the penalty system as well. Then if you do go wide or track invalidation, as I know too much to my peril, and of course that also hurts the drivers as well then. So yeah, not as soft as the real world Formula 1. Having said that though, we've got a lot more gravel now, which is good stuff indeed. Then I love a bit of gravel. 2/10 of a second up, and there's rain afoot. Goodness me, I didn't even talk about rain yet, but it is overcast, and we are in Spa, which has its own weather system, and this rain could very much help Sam Swift Ninja to his second pole position of the season. The first one he had was back in Australia. But what about Immortal, who's found 2/10 of a second there? He needs to keep the bus stop chicane neat and tidy out of the final turn then, across the line and coming over the grid, and Immortal's on pole position there by quite a decent margin in ALR terms, and Immortal pole position there. Keza then, who is now 64 second down at the top of the hill there. Nikandish is currently 4th position. Well, then Toy Coin is a 10th of a second up in the second split time. Coming out of Blanchimont now then, yellow flags then 6 minutes ago in this qualifying session, and into the bus stop chicane as well. Called the bus stop because it used to be a bus stop, or bit Toy Coin there. There's a lot of frustration in the Ferrari camp there, as there probably was in real F1 this morning, as Ferrari now doing their own strategy blunder as usual. Then of course the more things change, the more they stay the same. Lucas Percy currently in 7th at the moment now, 3,500 a second down in the first sector there, and these weather conditions there, it's really going to hurt some drivers out there, isn't it? Well, it's going to hurt everyone out there now, I feel, because I don't think anyone's going to be able to improve their time then. Cam down in 15th in the kick Sauber. What about the Willie of Knowlesy? Currently Knowlesy, I think, is on the back foot here, as is Troy, the former world champion, down in 18th finish there. There's a drift there for Troy, not ideal. Pease, who's already been into the scenery this event so far, and that's not ideal. Kansas 3 seconds down, should say. Toy Coin making a meal of his final attempt now. I think it's too wet out there now. What about Legends? He's 4 seconds down. No one is improving here, and that could be the end of qualifying here, unfortunately. We've just we've only had about 12 minutes of qualifying, but it's over and out already. Unfortunately then, what about got Morris down in 14th position as well. So Morris is going to have to very much really fight on in the race. And Troy Horror Show down in 18th position then for the former world champion and in the Ferrari. And Ferrari, of course, fighting with Kick Sauber and aiming to reclaim the Constructors' Championship, which I think will be Ferrari's second Constructors' Championship in their career in ALR Gold, of course, as Troy comes into the pits. So it looks like it's Immortal's second pole position of in a row. It's sixth pole position of the season as well for Immortal. Fantastic stuff indeed. What's his all-time, I hear you ask, then? I'm sure that everyone wants to know. It's actually Immortal's 17th pole position of his career. Fantastic stuff for Immortal. I do feel Immortal then is on the cusp of something, or is on the cusp of challenging championships, challenging for the championship next season for Immortal. He's certainly got the most difficult part I think Immortal has got, which of course is one lap speed then, which certainly always leaves me trailing, I must say. He just needs to get that race form, but it's easier to get the race form, I feel, than it is to get the one lap speed then. So how long is this rain here for? I have a feeling that could be the end of qualifying, because I don't think the rain is clearing up by the looks of things. So at the moment it's Immortal on pole position. Hey, I'm Ginger. Ginger, did you enjoy LR Silver in Australia this morning? Absolutely. Yes. It was very interesting indeed, wasn't it? To be honest, I love the Australian Grand Prix. I felt so sorry for Isaac Hadjar. I hope everyone's watched it. I got to be honest. To be honest, I feel a bit like I'm getting a bit too soft in my old age, because I think back in yesterday, I'm like, ha 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 ha, would have been lowing. But yeah, I felt sorry for him. Hats off to Anthony Hamilton as well for like going over to see Isaac Hadjar there. Before the 6 rookies retired, now Antonelli, what a driver as well. He was my driver of the day, to be honest. Antonelli was absolutely brilliant. 17 Oscar Piastri also commiserations, but I must say sometime, yes, it was slippery there, but Lando Norris kept it just about on the island, didn't it? And that was crucial, I think, in that Grand Prix, in that race there, and that could really make or break the season. And I think that Norris really showed great car control there. And to be honest, Verstappen should have won that race. I don't understand why Red Bull kept him up there, and of course, I don't understand why Ferrari decided to keep their 2 cars out there as well. But never mind, it's all over. Move on then. Scraps says Equal said, unfortunately then, of course, thank you very much for the likes shared and all that kind of stuff on the stream. Fantastic stuff indeed. Let me get rid of as my Kez said, that told me dry weather for the race and quali. What's the race? And so Kez having issues said, unfortunately then, nah, elbow driver of the day said serious mushroom. And Albon had a great drive as well, didn't he? He did, didn't he, in that Williams there? But I must say, the reason why I didn't put Albon on the driver today, because I do think that Williams car is probably the 5th quickest car out there at the moment, and also he survived as well. And Carlos Sainz didn't know, did he? Which is interesting up there. But hats off to Carlos Sainz as well, because he helped Williams with some of the strategical calls, which is really cool stuff indeed. I love that. Williams are looking very strong this season. It's great to see actually Williams up there. I think. There was a start, I can't remember the start now, but Williams in the top 4 of the championship for the first time. Was it 2005? I don't think that's right, is it? Kaz Van Von then, currently out on circuit, then Kaz, as I said, then flying the flag solely for Aston Martin. Of course, Kaz's 7th Grand Prix start tonight in 10 rounds for Kaz. But as I said, his teammate is just MIA at the moment, unfortunately, for the second Aston Martin team. And Pease is filling in again for... don't think it was the second time in a row, but the second time in 3 races for Pisa. But as I mentioned, Aston Martin have had a reserve driver in every race since Japan and Saudi Arabia, Portugal, Emilia-Romagna, Spain, Canada and Hungary. That's not ideal then, is it? That's why Aston Martin's all the way down the bottom of the Constructors' Championship, which is not good at all then. But then again, do drivers even care about the Constructors' Championship? I certainly do. But that's the only thing I'm worried about, really, is sadly I don't think I'm racing for anything else in bronze at the moment. Then, but there we go. Of course, I'm a team player, though. Anyway. That's the reason why it's Kaz. I'm wondering if Kaz is just trying to find the crossover here. This is going to be crucial, I think, in the Grand Prix, because if there is rain afoot, Kaz wants to know. The how difficult it is to race out there on slick tyres. When we come to the end, when we come for the crossover there, because you can never guarantee it's going to be a dry race around here. Kaz retires from the section. You can never guarantee it's going to be a dry race around here because, as we said, then Belgium does certainly have its own weather forecast, which is great indeed, because we've had a lot of great races of wet weather, as we have in Australia as well. Then, nice to see Willie up there again. It is indeed that I think that me and Sir Smush probably are from the same era. To be honest, we were born in probably the early 1920s there, and we lived through the Williams glory years of the early 90s. And of course, was the last time Williams won a championship, which was a certain Jacques Villeneuve. Another driver that did well today was actually Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll probably gets a lot of hate and all that kind of stuff, but he did great today, I thought. Hats off to Lance Stroll. He's always done well on the way, hasn't he? Immortal getting his 17th pole position of his career there with Sam Swift Ninja alongside on Road 1. At the rate that Sam Swift Ninja is going, he is on course to become a three-time world champion. Both Red Bulls on the second row, fantastic. Toy Coin Menace, Lucas Percy down in 7th position, and Chappers 8th. Great time for Chappers then, with Legends of Mumford completes the top 10 here in Spa. Oh, get that. And World War II as well, says Sir Russia. You can't say much far. I'm sure you was born in the 1800s, weren't you, my good sir? So as we now roll on to the race itself. But yes, indeed. Yeah, I must admit, I do quite like what's happening here? I don't know. We just got black screen at the moment there. I was a bit worried there because my Streamlabs had a bit of a funny 5 when we started up today, which is a bit annoying. Probably because I'm updating my laptop, which is shameful stuff there from a guy who works in IT. But all of a sudden, we've got lovely bright sunshine, which we didn't have in qualifying just a jiffy ago, did we? It's all grey, overcast, and murky. But the race itself, and it's beautiful sunshine out there. No comment, says Farf. And it's great to have it's great to have Farf in the comments. So great stuff indeed. Then shots fired. It's because I haven't had much sleep. You see, I do need a lot of my beauty sleep, to be honest. There, otherwise, I am a ratty-old ginger, and I probably do look a bit like a rat as well. I think Rat Boy comes to mind, don't it? Goodness me. Right, I'm sure that we used to call someone in college Rat Boy. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Goodness me. This is meant to be a family-friendly show. Anyway, yes, so we're going to get started then for the Belgian Grand Prix. I think this is the hats off as well, then, because I was really berating the subs tonight of P's, but I think that's the only reserve driver in this season, which and it's very rare we get subs in at the moment. It's fantastic stuff indeed, isn't it? Bronze barely has any reserve drivers in either. Suppose I get the laptop loaded up. Says that Farfed has yes, Farf. Of course, Farf can never take a day off, can he? That man is Mr. No Days Off. Is our Farf. Of course, as of course ALR definitely works into the bone as well, and as we come out of last source there. Have your bath first yet, says Sirius Busham, as Farf seemed to be in the bath for bronze last week as well, which I must say that it's very nice to feel that Farf in the bath whilst he's watching us go to work in bronze, which is fantastic stuff indeed. That need to see what the strat is, says Sirius Mushroom there. I must say, I would hazard a guess that strategy I think is going to be thrown out the window anyway, because I guarantee that there's going to be 1 out of 3 races will be wet this weekend. Who are we? Immortal pole position for the 17th time in his career. Sam Swift Ninja has gone soft, and he is on. Wants to get out, take the lead. Love the helmet. That's fantastic stuff indeed. Farf said that already. To be fair, you need to have a bath on the Sunday. Farf probably needs a bath as well because he is a mechanic, isn't he? So he probably does have a lot of oil on him, doesn't he? I'd love to see Farf oiled up. Sam Swift Ninja second. He wants to take the lead in this Grand Prix, but if you do take the lead in this Grand Prix, it's a short run down into last sorts, but then it's a long run at the Kemmel Straight. Keza in 3rd position. Great time for Red Bull tonight then, with Nick Candish in 4th position. Toy Coin messed up his qualifying run, is in 5th position. 6th position is Menace out on soft as well, with Percy 7th, Chappers 8th, Legends 9th, and Mumford in 10th position, with Brabbit on also on the 6th row on the soft compound tyres. Van Von then, as someone's off in the background now, Van Von in a 12th position there, of course, going on medium tyres, but he has done a bit of work there on the he's done a bit of work there on the crossover, but he may not need the crossover then in terms of weather tonight, but I do not know the weather forecast, which is great. I love it. Equals, well, I love it until I start racing anyway, when I have no idea what's going on. 13th position is Equals, and Morris down in 14th position. There's a lot of debris coming off these cars, and Immortals had an issue parking up there. That's not going to help him. Cam in 15th position. He's going to be a major factor for the remainder of the season, I think. Nosey has gone soft there. I mean, it's tyres. I don't think he's ever soft, that man. 17th position position is Coop, as in Soup. Happy 60th today for Coop then on hard tyres. And along with Troy, it's an all hard row 9 then. Troy, well out of positions, I feel then. Chazza in 90 position and Peas in 20 position. Goodness me. If you had Chazza and Peas' total starts together, you'll probably get about 150 odd starts between those two on the back row. So we're all lined up on the grid now, preparing ourselves for the start of the Belgian Grand Prix as Peas has done his best Giancarlo Fisichella impression. As that parking, it looks a bit skew-whiff to me. As we got a rubbish camera angle there, so I'm going to go with this one. It's lights out, and here we go in Belgium. Then it's a short run down into last horse, but then it's all about the run up into the Camel Straight. But Sam Swift, the championship leader, has gone soft, so he's going to get a great run, and he has got a good run. But now Immortal is going to go into the slipstream, I feel, and is he going to really then see if he can pull that back? Then say go through Eau Rouge and Radion for the first time. Then say come on the brow of the hill, and look at that, look at those cars, fantastic. As we are going to get a run up into Lake Com now. Then where's Immortal? Then look at the slipstream we go. Then they're all door tapped then before they go back in then at the top of the hill, and it's all fine and down and then for the start of the run. Is anyone that lunging there as we go into up into Lake Com then? All fine and dandy. That McLaren and Coupe I think is just off the circuit there ever so slightly, and Chazza and Troy, who on the harder tyres then is dropped back ever so slightly then as they come out of the corner with no name. Sam Swift Ninja leads then on those soft tyres, and he's trying to break out DRS then. Of course, I did mention that it's going to be difficult to break out DRS, but can Sam Swift Ninja do it? Out of Puyong now then at the bottom of the hill before we come back up and into Stavelo and to Pro Frere on board and in the Fania chicane as well. I got there eventually. Keza in third position there. Neat Candice has dropped down a position, and Chappers and Legends has dropped down too as well. So I got to say, the biggest mover is Bravitt, who's up 3 positions. Great stuff indeed for the McLaren Mercedes driver. Immortal better off P2, says Cirrus Mushroom then. As now coming up into Blanchimont as well. But I must say, he might be better off in P2. But is he going to be better off in P2 if he loses the DRS set already? On board of Keza. It's great to see Keza back up there. He's very much in right good run of form here tonight then. But let me not say anything more. We all know about we all know about the commentator's curse set, or should I say the Cirrus Mushroom curse set. That Alpine is crawling there out of the final turn. I think that's Eck Wells, potentially, who's had a horror show run. Then there's a Mercedes then. As going up the ends, Mercedes is up into 5th position now. We're on board with Legends there, fighting with Kaz Van Von, and they're going to go side by side. DRS is available now, of course, then. When the newer rules set of the 2024 game then. As now they're starting slipstream once again, and here they come then. And who was that very much? It is Bravitt then. He's flying through the field like a hot knife through butter. He's already up in his 7th position there. Oh, but the Percy is kind of come back at him there. There's contact between the two cars, but they're all fine and dandy. Percy in 7th position, and Bravitt is back down to 8th position there, but still a good start there. And that's Mumford in the second outside, going on the outside. Incredible, fantastic racing there. But Bravitt there's hanging on the outside for the corner and no name. That's incredible. How have they gone through that corner side by side? Is VRB, and there's a Williams off the circuit. Is that Chappers? I think it is indeed then. That's Van Von through then, and up into 10 minutes down in the point as well for the Aston Martin car. Lap 2 then of this race then. Neat Candy, don't blame me, says Sarah Russian there. I got to blame someone, but not me obviously. Samsung Ninja's already out of the DRS. There he is, and there's a Mortor. Keza in 3rd position, and Toy Coin in 4th at the moment. Neat Candish in 5th position with Menace in 6th, Percy 7th, Bravitt in 8th, Mumford in 9th position, 10th is at Van Von, but here's Chaffers, and we've also got Morris. What's happened in the background? They've had an issue there. It's one of them saying, is Chaffers off the circuit there out of Stavelo? Or Paul Frere, one of those. Chaffers then, who is lost out to Legends on the outside there, and that's on the soft shod red RB car. Sam Swift leads by a second then. Now Cam has also got past. Chappers has fallen down the order then. It's been a difficult run for Chappers, and on board now. He's dropped down 5 positions, Chappers has, and just struggling with pace in that Williams car at the moment there. Either the Williams is not set up then, or it's just struggling with grunt in that Mercedes there, which is not ideal then as we come through Eau Rouge once again then. Now though he will have DRS, but it's Morris who I think is going to be, and look at that, Chappers is out, looks like he's out of deployment, and here comes Morris, and up into 13th position, gets past the Williams at the top of the hill then, as Menace has got past Neat Candish in the Red Bull. I'm moving down to 5th position there. Chappers chappers, that looks quite different. That looks quite alarming there for the Williams car. Dropping down 5-6 position there, very much is in the top 10. But unfortunately, chappers, is there a problem with that battery then on the Williams car? On the medium tires, he's lost a lot of positions there. He's not harvesting anymore. So we're on board with his teammate, Knowles, then making this 149th Grand Prix start-ish tonight. And I just remember seeing 148 on someone's number, and I'm sure that was Knowlesley. But maybe I should check that out later on. Fact check me, ladies and gentlemen. Fact check me. I say fact, not fact. If you do try and fact check me, unfortunately, I'll probably be thrown into the Fact Fighters Club. On board with Brabbit, as Brabbit is flying through the field. He's having a great time out there. Of course, Brabbit is on course to make his 100th Grand Prix start, not this season, but next season then. Of course, for Brabbit. On board then with the former silver champion. Then lovely shot here from the side of his cockpit, but I think it's too far away at the moment. Coming out of Blanchemont into the bus stop chicane. I wish we can get the old bus stop chicane, but that'd be perfect. I used to like the old configuration of the spot. I don't like this new bus stop chicane. It's not. It's just a bit fiddly and a bit like off camber. It's not nice, is it? But what isn't nice either for Sam Swift Ninja? He is now back in DRS range of Immortal. There's those soft tires going off already. Then I look at this and say, fly past me now. Fantastic camera shot, but I was hoping to go all the way through there, but sadly I wasn't there. Over the brow of the hill once again, and it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And now here comes Immortal then, and here comes Toy Coin, and it possibly should be up a few positions there, but had an issue then as Chaz is already into the pits then. That's not good at all. Van Von is through and passes Mumford and up into 9th position. And the Aston Martin is baking hay then whilst the sun is shining. So you finally answered Brabbit then, says Sirius Mushroom. What do you mean finally? How dare you, Mushroom? I'm always on fine, Vettel. Excuse me. God, I should have drank this monster, to be honest. I'm absolutely buzzing for some reason. Probably because I've had too much sugar. He only asked about 48 hours ago. Surely that's a record for me. Yeah, I think so. Brabbit is missing one of the final races, one of the races of the season then, shamefully for Brabbit, because I think he's going on a business trip or something like that. But Brabbit will get to 98 Grand Prix starts as a whole. That's in silver and gold, and I think doing a couple of hundred as well then. Morris is off the circuit. It's gone off where George Russell and Giovinazzi had a crash there a few years ago in 2019. Morris out of the Grand Prix, and that's a shame for Morris because I thought he was going to be a big factor in points today, but that's not the case anymore. It's a VSC, it's a virtual safety car, and of course no full safety car, which is probably what Chazza would have liked there out of the race then. So Morris says he's going to be frustrated with that. So is anyone into the pits? Yes, they're all in the pits. They're all coming in the pits then. Is anyone stayed out? Kaz has stayed out there. Anyone else is going to roll the dice then and come to Percy? Oh no, Percy's got a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Not ideal. As in you go then, says Sirius Russian there, sadly. Legend has stayed out. Also stayed out is Callum Swad. Knowlesy has stayed out on the soft tires. I'm wondering if he doesn't want to hinder Chappers' pit stop there, but then again, this is a new VSC, isn't it? So Troy is on the hard tires, as is Cooper as well. So Sam Swift Ninjas dropped down to 8th position now, and everyone who came in the pits in that part of the Grand Prix is now all on the hard compound tires. Horror show for Percy. Percy then hoping to be involved in this championship fight, and especially with a drive-through penalty. So, oh my goodness me. I can't say much because I had the same issue when I raced the other day. But having said that, I was trying to sort something out. Legends is now from to... what's happened here? Peas! Oh no! And Peas is also off the side. Oh, and goodness me, almost I think that he was trying... I wonder if he was trying to get out of the way there. And Sam Swift Ninja there. Love that helmet, by the way. That's fantastic. That's probably helmet of the season, isn't it? Oh, Peas there is crawling, the Aston Martin driver. Unfortunately, making a mistake there. He elected to stay out. One of the drivers to stay out there for Peas then. But unfortunately for Peas, that's not ideal. So Sam and Peas has also got a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. I don't really think that's justified, but there you go. Unfortunately, Peas then, I think that's himself out of the Grand Prix, unless, of course, there's a safety car in there. But I think also a horror show for Percy to drive through penalty twice. So he has to go through the pit lane twice in this race then, for a drive-through penalty for speed in the pit lane and drive-through penalty. Better stayed out that early, says Sirius Motion there. So Sirius Motion feels that the top 6 have got this one sorted, whilst not sorted, but possibly better in terms of strategy. It also depends there, because I think the pit lane loss said around here. I wish we could have that pit lane loss stat around here when you come to the pits, when you don't come to the pits. and all that kind of stuff. But I think the pit lane loss then is usually about 10 odd seconds, isn't it? When you come in the pit, when you come in the pits, then under a VSC. So Percy's got to come through the pit lane twice now. Drive-through penalty for speeding the pit lane, and I think it's drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC, and then he's got 10 seconds added to the end of his race time as well. And P's out of the Grand Prix, and that is sadly P's' 4th DNF in 5 events. And when he does finish, he's on the podium, but sadly getting to the end of the race there seems to be a major issue for P's. We got Menace trying to get past Keza, but not getting past, unfortunately. Toy Coin then, who is about third in the Crocodile, as lock it up there. Menace there is being a menace to Keza at the moment. And Keza is going to have to really look. He's going to have to start to look back now, isn't he? Because that Mercedes is all over his gearbox like a rash. There's Brabham doing a great job in 12th position. Brabham is one of the stronger drivers this season. But having said that, Brabham has really started to get him to his own this season. It's been quite a solid season, I think, for Brabham, hasn't it? It was difficult at the start of the race, but the start of the season, but the last 2 Grand Prix, so a 4th and a 4th in Canada and Hungary for Brabham, has certainly really revitalised his season, I would hazard a guess then. Kaz Van Von then still in the race, and 2 retirements. P's out of the race, and Morris out of the race as well, sadly. Morris we think made a mistake then, potentially, just coming out of the Fania chicane. We did not see what happened on the live pictures then, as Menace has now got past Keza. Keza dropping down the order, who had a very fine qualifying, but unfortunately race trim dropping down the order. His teammate Nick Candice there having issues then coming in the pit lane because he had to wait for his teammate. Look at how much time he's lost there. He's about 4 seconds back because the Red Bull was not, of course, you cannot serve 2 cars then with only 1 pit garage then, of course. Then. So that is why the Red Bull, that is why Nick Candice has dropped all the way back then. Kaz Van Von is going to lose the lead there because Legends takes the lead on the Belgian Grand Prix. Is that the first time he's ever led a race then? I do not know, to be honest. Farfred has used a bit of profanity in the comment section, but his laptop is updating shameful stuff, Farfred. It's not like I've updated my laptop. No, I didn't, which is why my Streamlabs is not working. Chappers now have been to 14th position there, getting past Mumford, who's dropped down into 15th. So let's see what Chappers can do then, because he was dropping like a stone in the early stages of this race there, but he's now started to find himself in a bit more of a happier medium then, shall we say, at this moment in time. Lap 7 out of 22 in this race, and the longest race circuit on the Formula 1 calendar, so that's why we've got lack of laps around here. And normally this really is painful if the rain comes and you've only just started coming out of last source. It is a longer lap around here then, but of course I heard on the weekend actually when F1 was, of course, F1 in Australia, that Australia is actually quicker on average than Spa is now, and I find that quite incredible, to be honest. So yeah, Australia is actually like the 4th fastest circuit on the calendar now, which is incredible. Worst case, you'll have to do drive of the day, says Farf. Haha. Of course. It would obviously be Welshman and Adder. Oh, the final turn, and it looks Soundshift Ninja up in 2-6 position, getting past Coop. Coop has done an extra 4 laps on those hard tyres. Now, the question I've got here is whether or not Soundshift Ninja can get to the end, and the likes of Immortal, Toy Coin, Menace, Keza, Brabham, Nee Candish, Chappers, Mumford, Percy, Equels, and Chaza all get in the pits early on in this race. Are they going to be able to get those hard tyres to the end then? I feel they can, because I'm sure these hard tyres go forever and a day then. Legends has lost the lead then. He's had a lap in the lead. Sadly, he's lost the lead. Now here comes Soundtrip Ninja, passes Troy up into, or is he? No, because Troy is not having any of it there. Fighting for position. Chaz has got a 3-second penalty as Soundtrip is up into 5th position, passes Troy, who is down into 6th position now. 2 world champions fighting over 5th and 6th position there. We love it, don't we? Becca is then, says Sarah's Worship. Absolutely. Of course, we do not play favourites in ALR. I do, though. Luckily, though, luckily I haven't said that. Then I do not make decisions. If I did make decisions, I would be on at least 500 points now in bronze. But sadly, my appeals was thrown away because I don't know why. I think Favre has a vendetta against me. Lap 8 out of 22 here. I think I got reported. I think I've only been reported once this season, so it's absolutely fantastic stuff. And to be fair, I did get reported when there was a bit of shenanigans at the Turn 4 car park in Australia. And ironically, I think I hit Vintage, which I've got nothing against Vintage, but I always seem to come a cropper against Vintage. I think that maybe Vintage has a problem with me, but having said that, then maybe it's just because I'm a rubbish driver and I just keep crashing into people. But let's not go down that road. As Immortal is trying to get past. No, Menace is trying to get past Immortal here, and Menace is through up into 9th position. And Menace is only a Grand Prix win to his name so far for Immortal. I'm sorry, for Menace. As looking at that right on the gearbox, and now here comes Keza. Immortal struggling out there at the moment. There has he cooked his tires there? Immortal has, and it seems to be as yellow flag. Then is I think it is Chaza who's having issues. I can't even say his name. Chaza having issues. Then, and here comes Keza now. There's too many Zs in this Grand Prix, isn't there? Goodness me. I mean, there's only 2 of them, but you know, still too many, isn't there? Really on board now with Knowlesy, of course, the only driver on soft tyres now. So I'm thinking Knowlesy will be aiming to come into the pits in the next few laps or so, and then go on the medium tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. So here are the other medium shock cars then, who are first, second, and third one. There's Sam Swift in 4th position. So these drivers then, I'm wondering then, is Coop's got a 3-second penalty. I'm wondering if these drivers are going to be thinking about going to the soft tyres potentially. Maybe, because Knowlesy has done 8 laps, but we've got to factor in the VSC, that the virtual safety car. Whoa, is that Legends? They get a bit squirrely on the old rear posterior there. Lock up the inside tyre as well. That's not ideal. As I think Legends there is not going to be treating those tyres very respectively anymore, because the fact is that he is going to ditch them and throw on either the soft or the hard tyres. You have to use 2 types of tyres in this Grand Prix as they fly past me. I love those camera shots. They're beautiful, aren't they? It really shows how quick these cars are as well. I also like the there's also a camera shot in I think just on the outside of turn 9 and 10 in Australia. It was beautiful to see, wasn't it? Legend has been very squirrely out of the final bus stop chicane there. Troy has got past Knowlesy, because Knowlesy is just coming to the pit. So Sam Swift Ninja 2.5 seconds back at the moment. So I'm wondering if Sam Swift Ninja has halted his progress ever so slightly, just turned the wick down slightly. The double world champion out there, as he is they fly past him once again. Lovely. I thought he's just trying to see if we can get those tires in the race. Serge Rush is going to report me on Tuesday, which if he does, I'll just have to delete the report, of course, there, because commentator privileges and all that stuff. Kaz Van Von leads the Grand Prix, lap 10 out of 22. We're coming to have this in this race now. Toy Coin passes Coop, as in Soup there. Coop, I mean, has got 8 penalties. The 2 Friars now, Lionel Stern, which they were from the majority of the Australian Grand Prix, weren't they, really? Or certainly the end there. It's like, look at that Troy there, getting out of the way there. That's great driving there. Great teamwork there from the Ferrari team. And of course now Troy is parked in front of Coop and Menace as well, and that is going to help Troy Toy Coin potentially get second in this Grand Prix, as that Toy Coin giving him a big old wiggle there, and a big old wiggle there, and get in and now park it in there. As give me a striker from Sweden. Evening, lads, says Vintage. Oh yes, I am a bit salty about that. Of course, Newcastle just won the Carabao Cup, and they beat Liverpool as well. Then. But it is the cup is a Mickey Mouse Cup anyway. Lol. To be fair, it's, if it was, to be honest, if it was anyone but Liverpool, I would be absolutely over the moon about Newcastle winning, because I think Eddie Howe's a cracking manager, and I do like Newcastle as well. I've always had a soft spot for Newcastle, mainly because Alan Shearer used to play for him, and also because then that means I must have a soft spot for Blackburn as well, which I also do as well. There's a Kaz Van Von is coming to pits. Well done, Vintage. And who's that scampering off the circuit in the background? Was that was Immortal who's had a mistake and has let Kaz through into the pits. Comes the former race leader on the jacks now. Hard tires on for the Aston Martin. In and out, shaking all about then. As out the pits they come now then. Yes, indeed. There. To be honest, I didn't even watch the game, sadly. As here comes Cam, and he's all over the gearbox. Now look at Sam Swift Ninja there, just lurking in the background as Cam takes the lead. That is good news for the Kick Sauber team, and of course Cam now leads this race out, and that is good. That is nothing but great news for the Kick Sauber, because of course they are fighting Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship, but Ferrari are starting to drop off there. Oh, as Menace right into the back of Troy there, not once, not twice, but thrice. Goodness gracious me. Now Menace all over the gearbox of the Ferrari. Goodness me. Menace is keen to get on with it there. Look at that. The gap is now over a second between Troy and Toy Coin. Troy is doing a great job for his teammate there. Of course, are on different strategies, Troy is that, which is why he is struggling for pace there. Legends has lost out to Sam Swift Ninja there. Legends on a different strategy to Sam Swift Ninja. One there on the outside, there he goes then, and look at the Mercedes there, trying to go on the inside there, and up the outside into the Paul, into the Fania chicane there, and great drone again from Toy Coin. Obviously though, from Menace Max's point of view, he's going to be furious with this. Look at this then. And now we've got Menace, Coop, Immortal and Keza all in a line here, and Brabbit has also been brought into the has been brought into the conversation as well. Here comes Menace once again at half distance in this Grand Prix now. Look at it. Oh my goodness gracious me. It's oh gosh, it's like a busy Monday morning as we go into the bus stop chicane. They all got through. I'm not sure, to be honest. There we got a bit of rubbish camera angle. Legends in the pits there. Troy is still in fourth position, but now Menace said he's going to use DRS there. Cuts across Troy. Oh goodness me, and also a bit of a Glasgow kiss there from the Mercedes driver then. I don't think Menace is from Glasgow then. Maybe I think the Delando we would have discussed as a Glasgow kiss. Look at these cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that. Was that 5? I don't know. I can't count, to be honest, which is ideal. Now Immortal, and look at this, and what's happened? Menace there with no DRS, and look at that, he has been eaten alive up to the top of the hill in Lake Com. Brabham almost into the back as well, and I'm wondering now, as we've got two McLarens in this battle, I'm wondering if Coop is going to help out his teammate Brabham, but this is not ideal. Lap 12 for this Grand Prix. As just on board now with Brabham. My word then, look at this, and Troy is causing all anarchy. Out of the race goes Chanson, and that's our third retiree of the Grand Prix, sadly for Chanson. He came a cropper coming out of Paul Frere. I think this. I need to get the track map out here because it's either Stavilo or Paul Frere. I keep getting those two corners mixed up, but that's because I'm getting old and also getting a bit senile in my age as well. But luckily, I'm not as far along as far at the moment. Or serious pleasure actually, as I think that both of them are older than me. Actually, I don't think they are, to be fair. I think I'm actually the oldest one. Oh, my word, I think somehow Keza has saved that Red Bull. I thought that was going to be a humongous accident there. And Keza's not only saved himself, but I feel that he's also saved the likes of Menace. Brabbit! He's on the outside. Wow! A Max Verstappen S maneuver there. And now Menace is up into 6th position. Yellow flag then is it is Kaza's car, who is parked to the top of the hill, unfortunately. And Troy has got it's got full beans in that Ferrari, hasn't he? But look at this, he's harvested again. Now Mortal is going to, oh, look at that. Kaz Van Von has just set the fast up race set. Sam Swift Ninja leads by a second, but it's a Keck Sauber 1-2. Cam might be thinking about going to the soft tires as they fly past it once again. Look at these. This is incredible stuff indeed there. But there is the second Red Bull of Neat Candice now, also a part of this gaggle of cars. Now Immortal will have DRS there, but look at Troy. He's, goodness me, he's so far in front. Troy there is trying to break the slipstream. Oh, it's up. Look at this, Immortal on the inside. No. Troy is still ahead. I had a Murray Walker impression there. I watched the 95 Belgium Grand Prix a couple of weeks ago. That's all. As Hill and Schumacher was climbing up there, was clashing up there as well. And I think Murray Walker went, no. Great stuff. So coming out of the corner with no name, which I'm sure is the Jackie X turn to be honest. But look at this now. This has become an incredible battle there. I'm absolutely loving this as well. Vintage, law short. Vintage wasn't playing Don't Congratulate Him. Absolutely. We cannot give Vintage any any credit there, but hats off there to Newcastle for winning very begrudgingly. Never mind. So goodness me, I'm not salty at all, I swear. To be honest, I would have watched the game. I'm glad I didn't watch it because I was having a nap, to be honest. I'm a little shattered there. Of course, sadly, being, oh my word, and there he goes. Oh my gosh, and who's that? And that's Immortal on the outside. Incredible. And Immortal, that is great. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. And I don't know what Belgium is for Tesco's, but that is a fantastic maneuver. Bug off. 2 for the price of 1. Fantastic. Who's in the pits? That's one of the McLarens. I think that's Coop in the pits there. And Troy has lost out now, but Troy has caused all kinds of anarchy and has really helped Sam Swift Ninja. I don't think Sam Swift Ninja needed much help, to be honest, because who's been absolutely supreme, and but also helped Toy Coins out. And that is the major factor here, because I think that the Ferrari drivers have worked absolutely supreme here tonight, and did a great job. But here comes Troy. Troy is not pitted yet, and now this is going to be more problems here. Oh my goodness me, Troy almost onto the grass now, as Menace there trying to defend from Troy. Troy's not got the braking capability as Menace, and Troy is back in front of him all time. This is frustrating for the former pole sitter here tonight. Oh my goodness gracious me. There's just coming down in to the right-hander there. Get stuff short. Serious pressure. Oh, I am starving to be honest. But I cannot eat now, especially I think I've got a bit of cheese in the fridge. So I don't want any nightmares. Don't want any nightmares, of course. Apparently that's an old wives' tale, isn't there? Because I don't think cheese actually causes any nightmares, does it? I don't know, to be honest. Pass one, get one free, says Serious Russia. Absolutely. So that'll be, hang on a minute. What's the abbreviation then? Instead of bug off, it's hog off. Feels a bit like Beyblade there, if anyone remembers that. I wasn't very good at Beyblade, to be honest. Then let's just say that I'm a little bit of a fragile man, you see. So it's like Conkers. I never played Conkers because I don't like getting any baddies on my fingers and stuff. But yeah, every time I play Beyblade, I always seem to try and let it rip. I mean, the Beyblade that is. Yellow flag as a Haas car. It's Percy who's off the circuit there, and oh my word, that's where I think Chaz had an issue earlier on this race, and that's wing damage for Percy. Percy's season has not been ideal. Those 2 Grand Prix wins only a few races ago, but feels like a long time ago now for the former world champion. And now Troy, who will he have DRS at? He will not have DRS at. Oh my goodness me. Troy will not have DRS and here comes a motor. Goodness me, there's contact again. Troy's got a penalty, more contact, and here comes the McLaren. And the McLaren and Troy are in the wall, are they? I don't think they are. As my word. I think that Brabbitt is going to be absolutely furious with Troy there. As Brabbitt and more contact between the Ferrari and the McLaren. Oh dear. Well, it does get very quick up there. It doesn't to the camel straight up to Lacombe, but I think that Brabbitt is going to be furious because Brabbitt is quick at the moment, but unfortunately, but it's not Troy's prerogative to get out the way then. They are fighting for position here, but even so, whether that was a couple of moves too much there for Troy, whether Troy was defended or was unsighted from the McLaren driver remains to be seen there. Hamilton driving into retirement, says Big Al. He didn't look very good today, did he, Lewis Hamilton? But I don't think Ferrari looked very good either, to be fair, did they? So, yeah, it wasn't ideal, was it, in the Ferrari team? I mean, in Australia, not in ALR F1, of course, because both Ferraris were looking good then, albeit then Troy has not pitted yet, and I think he's out there goal hanging from for a safety car, I feel. So, as is Cam as well, but Cam is now under the cosh from that for no, he ain't anymore because Cam's in the pits. Look at this, Brabbitt is trying to defend them from Nick Candish, and Nick Candish has been forced his way through as Brabbitt he's ghosting for some reason there. Don't know why he's ghosting there. Not ideal. As we got Keza now in 5th position now. So we've got a lot of position change. Who's out the inside? That's Kaz. He's through. Great maneuver into La Source. Great stuff indeed there for Kaz. Fantastic stuff. As flying then through, cut up to Eau Rouge and Radion now. And goodness gracious me, this has been absolutely action-packed Belgian Grand Prix. As I say, 3 retirements so far. Percy down in 17th position there, had a drive-through penalty and also served a 10-second penalty as well, as Percy did. A drive-through penalty for speed under the VSC, and then of course a 10-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Sadly, as oh goodness me. Oh, Conkers, that's what Serious Rush was. I was like, what's that? Goodness. Great heavens above. I need to remember what to say as well. We're coming up to about 2/3 race distance, something like that. I'll just put my finger up in the air and kind of guess about that. Sounds Ninja leads by 7 seconds now from Toy Coin in 2nd. Menace is now in 3rd. Immortal is up into 4th and has given Menace a cause for concern. Keza, great drive in 5th position at the moment, but then after that, it is still all to play for as Troy is becoming a bit of a mobile chicane in this race. How dare I call the Super Swede a mobile chicane? but with on very old tyres at this stage for Troy. Troy, I think, is goal hanging for maybe for a safety car, or he's going to try and go onto the soft tyres. Here comes Kaz, who, of course, is the one of the drivers did not pit under the VSC. Is now going to be quicker than a hiccup here, and it is flying. We're on board the Aston Martin driver. Kaz there, flying solo for the Aston Martin for the last couple of races. And on the outside, and is Brabham going to let him go through? I don't think he's going to let him go through, but Kaz is forcing his way through, and is through into the bus stop. And where's Brabham? Brabham is, I don't know why they keep ghosting there coming out of the bus stop chicane, and it's not going to help the drivers at all, is it? And who's that? Lee Candish having a sniff there, but nothing more than that then. Going into the last source then. My goodness gracious me then. Sounds like just 7.5 seconds there. But I think I think the fight for the final podium position is going to be very fraught indeed then. This fight for 5th, 6th, 7th, well, it's not 5th anymore, for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th has been absolutely fantastic. Mumford driving superbly well in 10th position at the moment. Mumford is drive of the day then. Farfus finally sorted out his laptop then. And look right, it's Brabham then, he's through. And he's diving on the inside. Oh my goodness me, I thought he was going to go into the back of that Ferrari. I think there's frustration for Brabham. And now Lee Candish is through another 2nd position. Brabham there, who is having, Lee Candish is not happy with something there. Brabham then down to 9th position. It's not good, and the McLaren drivers had so much pace tonight, but unfortunately, it's just, it's not coming off, is it? Unfortunately, that Toy Coon's got a 3-second penalty. That's going to cost him 2nd as it stands at the moment. He's going to have to find, and Kaz there diving down into Puyol now. Goodness gracious me. Absolutely a good old lunch there. Kaz is not too far up the road here. This is a great drive from Kaz tonight there. And I would say that it might be for Drive of the Day. Drive of the Day has come out then, but I didn't actually read who is in that Drive of the Day boat, so I'll give it a good old read now. Dare I take a look off of this? Yeah, Toy Coin, Kaz, Samshit, and Brabham for Drive of the Day votes are in there. Chaz, I'm not at the peak of my powers no more. Sadly, of course, Chaz, when he was at the peak of his powers, was quite high in terms of speed, wasn't it? Of course, Charles was one of the most formidable drivers in qualifying, and was one of the big top drivers back in yesteryear, season 5 and probably 4 as well, wasn't it? Well, no, season 6 potentially, as we was coming into the. We was very much in the era of the Emerson domination. Now we're in the era of the Sam Swift Ninja domination, who is on course to break a lot of Emerson's records, which has stood the test of time since season 5, since season 6 there for Emerson there. And the Sam Swift Ninja is on course to become the first ever triple world champion in ALR history. Brabham on the outside of Nick Candish, and Brabham takes up position. Look at how much time they've lost though. Percy is having a horror show of a race there. Legends has got through past Mumford, and Mumford down to 11th position. Legends driving up to 7th position. He is the highest runner. He is the 2nd highest runner who did not pit then under the VSC, and it's now to 10th position. That's going to be a very good result here tonight then. And look, Kez has lost a lot of speed somewhere. What's happened to that Red Bull driver? Struggling for pace there, and one of those hard tires have gone off for the Red Bull. Red Bull were 3rd and 4th from the opening stage of this race and qualified on the 2nd row, but both Red Bulls are now 5th and 9th, but they're going a bit backwards, sadly. Cheers, Russia. Brabham and Troy are fighting for his attention, fighting for his affection. They absolutely are, aren't they? Safety car, and my goodness me, that safety car from Lucas Percy has kind of really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons. There were just 4 laps to go. I didn't even see where where Percy was out of the race then. But yes, Sam Smith Ninja's going to come in the pits then. Now this is interesting then. So that is going to nullify any drivers that was on longer tyres then, fortunately, as you can't play Conkers indoors, you ginger nut, or in the dark. It's a 10-second penalty for Toy Coin, and Ferrari are going to be fuming with themselves. Say we're going to roll the dice and stay. No, they've all come in the pits. But Toy Coin, that is a horror show. Sam Swift Ninja thrown on the soft tyres. Everyone should be thrown on the soft tyres to the end of this Grand Prix. But goodness me, and Menace has gone medium there. So Menace there, is the Mercedes drivers got no soft tyres left? I'll be surprised if that is the case then. But yes, interesting curveball here. But Lucas Percy out of the race, and that's his 3rd retirement of the season, I think, for Lucas Percy. I'm going to tell the truth, I am indeed then, of course, to retire in China and Japan, and here today as well. That's interesting stuff there for as here comes Equals. Then, of course, Equals was not too overly keen with how the developments was going on in qualifying, and sadly not here either. Then, strike while the cheese is warm, says Serious Mushroom. But of course, do not eat cheese at this time of night because you do not want to have any nightmares. Sadly, as Vintage has reminded me. Sadly, as Vintage reminded me, I'm just reliving the nightmares of that Carabao Cup defeat then for Liverpool. It's a kick Sauber 1-2. I don't think we've had any 1-2s in gold this season, have we? Then we had 1-1-2 in bronze, which was for the kick Sauber with Smith, Almighty and Luke, but we've had no 1-2s in any other division so far. So we could have 2 1-2s for the kick Sauber from bronze and gold there, which would be fantastic stuff indeed there for the kick Sauber, which is, of course, they will be turning into Audi in the not too distant future then, which is awesome stuff. And however, I think as much as Audi are a bit concerned about their engine, I think Honda are also a bit concerned as well about their engine, which is not ideal, is it? Of course, F1 2025, this is the last year on the current hybrid regs before they go more of a 50-50 split, aren't they, for the engine regulations, which is quite cool. And then I'm not sure if this is not sure if this has been confirmed then, but there's also rumours about going back to V10 or going back to potentially non-hybrid engines maybe in 2030. But I don't think that's going to happen because then like Audi was coming for basically nothing really, because I think they came in for the engine regs. Maybe it's just Ben Salim then really trying to endear himself back to the fans after what has been quite a turbulent time, hasn't there? Is the safety car lights off yet, or are we still going to go for one more lap? I think we're going to go for one more lap. We are indeed. Let's take stock here. Everyone on the soft tyres, apart from Menace Max. 13-second penalty for Toycoin there. 3-second penalty for Troy. Both Ferraris have got penalties. That's not going to help them in the Constructors' campaign. I would now both kick Saubers 1-2. Then that is not ideal. We're going to have one more lap. So we've got 2 lap sprint to the finish now for the kick Sauber. But Cam is on 3 lap old soft tyres. That is how he's got back up in the second. He didn't pit in this safety car window. And 3-second penalty for Coupe as in Soup as well. Sam Swift Ninja leads is on course to win his 4th Grand Prix in 10 races. Incredible. Cam is second there. Can Cam there get a 1-2? And of course, at the moment, Kick Sauber will lead the Constructors' Championship coming out of this race tonight. Sam Swift Ninja will also extend this lead with Immortal down in 4th position at the moment. Then potentially get himself back up into 5th position. Potentially get himself back up into 4th. Maybe even further then if Cam's tyres struggle. Immortal in 5th position. Keza in 6th. With Kaz in 7th. Brabbit is in 8th position. Troy is in 9th. And Legends is 10th. Nick Candish is down in 11th. With Mumford 12th. 2 Williams are in 13th and 14th position. Coop in 15th. Equals in 16th position. 16 cars remain out of the 20 that started. Retirements with Morris, Pease, Chaza and Percy all after the Grand Prix. Percy had some technical difficulties on the car, which is why he retired there. He had issues then where his pedals wasn't working. Get up speeded then and drive through because of it then, and then go straight on because of it then. I'm guessing 10-second penalty for toy coins are wrong, says Serious Mushroom. I don't think they are. I think that I'm sure that Toy Coin got a 10-second penalty for speed in the pit lane, unless of course. To be honest, I did have a bit of a moan about this a couple of years ago, but unless of course you can get that pit lane speed limit overturned, then it has to be obvious. Otherwise, I'll be thrown in all kinds of reports said. Unless it's obvious, I don't. It's very rare that you're going to get that penalty overturned, in my humble opinion. Then again, can you rely on a game like this? Potentially not, but. It is what it is. Safety car in this lap. 21 and 22 then. So this is going to be, can the Kick Saubers get a 1-2? Whatever happens at the moment, Kick Sauber will need the Constructors' Championship unless something really untoward goes on. The Samson Ninja is going to extend his in the championship there with just 6 races to go after this. And in Netherlands, Italy, 2 random races in round 13 and 14 before we head into Qatar and Abu Dhabi to finish off this season. Samson Swift Ninja is on course then to be crowned a 3-time world champion, but not tonight. I reckon that we might start to talk about championship permutations probably maybe around the Italian Grand Prix in 2 races time if things stay as they are. He might have been pushed through by got pushed through by 5. Well, yeah, to us, Farf is Farf. To be fair, Farf gave me a ballast issue on my car, which is why I was so sad to begin the season bronze. We're back racing. Sounds of Ninja now leads at it. That's a good start. And no DRS. DRS will be on the final lap of this race, and this is where it's going to get very interesting indeed. And look at that, Sounds of Ninja already putting away on board Toycoin, and as we said, then Toycoin's got a 13-second penalty there, which is going to be painful indeed. But they're all going to be slipstreaming there on the medium tires. Is Menace Max, which I'm still a bit kerfuffled by that strategical call there from Menace Max. Surely the soft tires can get to you from your own, unless the Mercedes had issues with their other spare tires on the soft tires, and that is why, as Chambers has got past teammate Nosey, then Nosey dropped him down into 14th finish there. It's not a good day, not a red letter day for the Williams. Toy Coleman there could be, as Nosey's got a 3-second penalty just to compound to his mission, and as Toy Coin is through, then Cam does not need to be too concerned about that. And Nosey's off the circuit. Oh my goodness me. And then Toy Coin is off the circuit as well. What's happened? And I don't know. And he's gone straight off in the corner and no name. And the Toy Coin out of the race at a 10-second penalty, and he's crashed into the corner and no name. What happened there? We do not know. Toy Coin's going to be furious at that. And now Cam is trying to defend him, but Menace is through on the medium tyres then. And goodness me, I thought the medium tyres were the struggle at this stage. Cam down into third now, and now here comes the Bolton there. Menace Spikes there. Can he push himself up into second in the Drivers' Championship? Soundswift Ninja's gone. He's 2 seconds up the road from Menace, who's now second with Cam in third position. Here comes the Bolton then. Those 3 lap extra on those soft tyres is surprising, but look at how they're harvesting here. Here comes the Bolton then coming into the bus stop chicane. Is he going to go on the inside? No, he's going to stay there. And of course, I would say there's Brabbit there forcing his way past Kazan. Goodness me, they're banging wheels. And who's that? Troy is having this in the background, so he's dropping down, and Samson Ninja set the fast lap of the race there. Follow that then of this race, and we're going to have DRS and contact. Immortal's hit Cam. That's quite a big contact as well into last horse. And now then we're going to have a run up into the Camel Straight as well. So Soundswift and Menace there are all gone then. And my goodness gracious me, now then we're going to go side by side up the Camel Straight now, and here they come, and Mortal's up in the third. Here comes Kazos also going for third position as well, but I think it's been boxed in. And Immortal stays there as they're all fighting there, and Cam they're trying to fight. That's Kaz, I think, there. My goodness gracious me. And what's happened then? Someone's got off there, and Cam there is dropped down into 10th position there, and may not even get any points, and there's lagging going on there as well. As Mumford dropped down the order. Cam is down into 11th position now. Sound of the old soft tires has not helped, and I'm surprised at how far he's fallen. All kicking off last lap there. Well, as of Samson Ninja, who is very gracefully just put it away. Then it is Menace in second position now. Immortal in third with Kessa in fourth position. Brabbit is back up in fifth now with Kaz in sixth position. Great drive for Kaz. Troy is in seventh. That's a 3-second penalty, which will knock him out the points as it stands on. Then Cam might be able to get himself back into the points there, but Chavers might be sniffing an outside chance for points as well here. On board the Williams driver. Nosey dropping. Nosey's got major damage down there. Williams do not know what happened to Nosey. Here comes Sam Swift Ninja then out of Blanchimont for the 22nd and final time there. And on his 46th Grand Prix start is now as Equaz is through. Equaz is through, and Equaz has also gone into 11th position there. Across the line there comes Sam Swift Ninja to take his 20th Grand Prix win in his 46th Grand Prix start. Wow. Incredible stuff indeed. Then Troy's going to drop out of the points, I feel, there, because Equal somehow gets a point at the end with Mumford also salvaging a point for the Haas team. But Sam Swift Ninja is 20th Grand Prix win in 46 Grand Prix starts. What an incredible strike record there. I've lost my mute button. What an incredible strike rate that was for Sam Swift Ninja, and his 20th win here in Belgium, extended season in the Drivers' Championship with some fine performance there from Sam Swift. And I think that at the moment, with Immortal stays second there, and Menace is in third position there. Those drivers that are the closest rivals to Sam Swift at the moment there. But Sam Swift, I feel, is in a league of his own there with an incredible performance once again. And that is his fourth win in 10 Grand Prix starts here tonight. And Sam Swift Ninja there, well, jumping for joy with an incredible result here. Then Brabham gets driver of the day then with 37% of the vote. Then I do not disagree with that at all. Possibly could have been a bit better then, but did have some issues then trying to get past Troy. My goodness gracious me. Sarcasm, says Serious Mushroom. Me, sarcastic? Never. I think I said as Qual said, maybe a bit Coop with a thumbs up as well. Then so something may have gone a bit awry. Let's take a final look at the classification. For 26 points then for Subscript Ninja then, and extensively in the championship. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when now. I feel in the championship. Menace in second, with Immortal in third position. Keza in fourth. Great recovery for Keza actually, because it looked a bit doom and gloom. Bravik, great drive in fifth and drive today as well. Same for Van Von, brilliant drive for the Aston Martin. Legend seventh position, Nick Candish eighth, Mumford in ninth, and Equals salvaging a point there. Troy, Cam, Chappers, Coop, Knowlesy completing the race there. Toy Coin retired sadly late on them, which is disappointing for Ferrari, and that means that Ferrari have no points today, which means they have lost the lead in the constructors. And Percy, Chazza, Pease, and Morris all retired from this Belgian Grand Prix. And my word, got a very action-packed at the end there. What a race it was, actually. I really enjoyed that one. It was certainly very much action all the way through, wasn't it? And I think second place has joined me in the comms box now, and Menace. Today was certainly an action-packed race then. But first of all, how was it for you then? It seemed to be straightforward in terms of strategy, but maybe I'm just a bit too simple.
Yeah, I mean, my race was definitely action-packed, frustrating as well at times, but I mean, it is what it is. The strategy was good, did it last season, always planned on doing it again this season as long as it was dry, so it's definitely probably the best strategy around here. I just love those hard tyres at the end, and you get a big undercut as well, starting on the softs, and you can gain places at the start. It's really quite good around here.
Could you elaborate on the frustrating part then? Because I must say, I'm wondering if it's the middle part of the race and after you just come in the pits. And
Yeah, it's when I was in that gaggle of cars, I knew I was a lot faster than all of them, but I was a bit slow down the straight, so partly my fault, I guess, for the setup, but it was what I felt comfortable with, and I was so much faster, and I knew I could probably catch Toyncoin, because I was with Toyncoin, and then I dropped about 3 or 4 seconds back while I was fighting with Troye and people. It was just a bit frustrating, because I knew that kept getting let through at T1, and then the DRSing back past me, and I knew I had to get in front and stay in front after that DRS, and I could pull whatever gap I wanted in the middle and last sector. But yeah, it was just getting out of their claws. Once I did that, it was fine.
And there's a final safety car towards that as well. Was you quite nervous about a repeat of that again? And of course, the DRS would have only been available for one up at the end then. But as you said, it's all anarchy then. But how concerned was you about that safety car at the end?
I was quite concerned that I didn't have a fresh set of softs. But as you saw with Cam, he had a couple of lap old tyres, and they didn't really work, those couple lap old softs. You either needed fresh softs or mediums, so I had to go mediums. And I thought I was going to get swallowed up, to be fair, and Sam was pulling time on me on that last lap. They just weren't the best tyre over those couple of laps. If the race was a little bit longer, maybe 4 or 5 laps to the end, they definitely would have become pretty good. But yeah, it just wasn't long enough to get any sort of advantage on Sam. So he did show that the softs were definitely the right tyre at the end. I just didn't have any, so I'm glad I didn't fall further back, to be honest.
Now that's an interesting quote there, because we was having an iron about in the chat about why you went to medium rather than soft tyres. So why didn't you have any soft tyres? Did you use too many in qualifying?
I did one run at the start, and I wasn't happy with it. I really wasn't. It wasn't brilliant, but I went out again, and then the rain. I was only going to do that because I thought maybe Belgium, we might not have many safety cars if it was a dry race. But yeah, and I did last season the soft hard, so I knew I wanted a set to start on. But yeah, I just got caught out by the rain on that second set, so I didn't even get a better qualifying position, even though the time was definitely there. Because before I got into the rain sector, I was about 2 tenths up in sector 1, and then the rain hit and I lost it all. So yeah.
And of course, a good second position there. You finished in front of Immortal.
Yeah.
Am I saying that? What am I saying? Is the championship too far gone now? We've only got about 5 races to go, and is there potentially just looking at second position, or can't you do that because mathematically you're still in it to win it?
I think I think next race, if something swings my way next race, then we'll give it a go. But at the minute, it's looking bleak. But I definitely want to try and cement the second place. But I've maybe it's a little bit a day late and a dollar short. But I found some wheel settings that I like. It felt really good in the race today. I was very confident, which is one thing that I'm not. I was sending moves on people that usually I wouldn't send. Like I was really confident on the brakes. Just the grip that I had, and if I put some practice in, then I think I definitely feel confident. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but yeah.
And you talk about the next race being important. We're going to Zandvoort next week. Then, how are you feeling for that one? A completely different kettle of fish to today.
I do very much like Zandvoort. I can't even remember what happened last season, but I think I should be fairly faster on there. But we'll see. I need to practice for it.
A real racer. I love to hear it. Well done today, Menace. Great drive
No,
to
thank you, Sean.
second position. Let's come to Sam Swift. And Sam Swift, your 20th Grand Prix win in 45 or 46 Grand Prix starts today was absolutely fantastic. What an incredible strike rate. But during the race, then, dare I say, it looked a bit easy for you out in front.
No, it wasn't that easy for most of the race. I was under pressure. I just um, well, at the start anyway, because the softs after a lap or two honestly felt rubbish. But I just needed to I needed to get the track position because most of the time there's going to be safety cars in the racing in this league. So I thought, well, I may as well try and get track position, which I mean, obviously a safety car came out, which came in clutch, but I mean, it wasn't that simple. I got lucky that there was traffic, and I mean, I've got to praise Cam to be honest, because if it wasn't for Cam being the clutch teammate, managing to hold people up, I probably wouldn't have got the win to be honest. So I mean, this race wins probably because of Cam. So I appreciate him a lot.
Yeah, because Ferrari did something very similar as well, which helped Toy Coin for most of the race. But yeah, Cam was absolutely fantastic for that, especially for the final part. Then, do you feel then if Cam wasn't parked there and being a bit of a menace, pun intended there, do you
Yeah.
feel that you would have been a bit of a sitting duck going up that hill up until the calm?
Yeah, definitely. Because I don't know. I don't know how people were running lower downforce and being quick in that middle sector, but by the looks of it, I was running a bit higher downforce than everyone else because I was a tank in a straight line compared to everyone else. So I would have got minced by multiple people. So I honestly, if it wasn't for Cam, I definitely you wouldn't be hearing me talk because I'd probably be out of the podium. So I've got to say, Cam, you're a legend.
And of course, so earlier on in the race, then there was a VSC. Then you all came in fairly early. Then I was wondering if you might not be able to get to the end on those hard tires. Then, but they seem to go a very long way. When you did come in the pits, then did you feel that this might have to turn to a two-stop, or was you confident in the tires going to the end?
No, the tires could easily go into the end. When the hards are the C1 and the C2, you could do the entire race on them and not get anywhere near a puncture because the hards are ridiculous. That's why I complain about the safety cars and the strategy that much because if there's a safety car at the start, then obviously hards you could just go to the end, etc. So yeah, there was no issues with tyre wear, even if there was no other safety car near the end because I think my tyres were on about 20% before the last safety car came out, so it was all fine and dandy with tyre.
And you're marching on to become the most successful driver in ALR history. Then you could be the first driver to win a triple crown then in ALR as well, and doing it 3 rated seasons in a row is absolutely fantastic. I've been saying it's probably not a matter of if, but a matter of when now. Then it's not over till it's over, of course, as the legendary Murray Walker said. And we've all seen in history about how it can go wrong. Then,
Yeah.
but you're on such a good run of form at the moment. Are you confident? Can you relax?
No, obviously I can't relax fully yet because obviously there's quite a few seconds that I'm just not quicker than everyone else, and my qualifyings have been pretty average, and everyone's still really close here. So I mean, anything could happen. I could go on like a 3-4 race streak of like not scoring points with how close the grid is with these DRS trains. So But yeah, if it comes to the maybe with like one or two or three races to go, and I've like maybe cemented it or nearly cemented it, then I can feel confident, right? But at this moment in time, it's still championship on with people behind me because I'm not confident yet.
But an amazing day today. Well done, Samsung Ninja. Your 20th Grand Prix win of your career. Fantastic. Menace Max. Menace going to second today. And him and Immortal have got an almighty scrap for that second position in the championship. But as we just heard from Samsung Ninja, you cannot relax, can you? As we go to Zandvoort next week, then tomorrow night it is going to be silver action. And I cannot wait for silver. But of course, just let me read the comments a bit quick. Equaz thanking Coop because he let him through. So good stuff indeed there for Coop. Fantastic. In silver tomorrow night, then Nameless has got the lead. Then after Flippy, very disappointingly, I think he missed out on that Grand Prix win in the end there last week, sadly for Flippy. So Nameless Nameless leads with 13 points in front of Delanda, with Kian 21 points further back. Then it's a tight championship. Silver is. I cannot wait. We'll see you tomorrow night for silver action from Belgium. But from here tonight, it is goodbye.